Good morning on day 7 of the hotbed. We had some rain last night, so I was eager to get down here and see how the stained fabric held up. And happily, it is doing just fine. With the increase in water, it's regained some of its flexibility. It's not so crunchy and hard. And even in areas where there was standing water, the paint didn't bleed at all, which was really surprising. I was expecting this just to be a big watery mess. In areas where I applied the stain thicker, you can rub it and it does transfer a bit, but otherwise it's holding up really well. Alright, and if we look inside the hotbed, there is nothing going on. No signs of germination of any of the seeds that I planted, be it with the dibbler or the fingers. I planted some gourd seeds from the same source inside and had them on heating mats, and they just broke the soil surface today. So I'm thinking these are maybe another 4 days behind. I've been keeping an eye on soil temperature with my handy dandy soil thermometer, and the soil temperature inside the hotbed has been about 10 degrees warmer than the soil temperature in my uncovered raised beds. So there is some benefit with the horse dung, not as much as I was thinking, because 60 degrees is kind of just barely warm enough for gourd seeds to want to start to germinate. So we'll keep an eye on things, and hopefully in a few days we'll start to see some sign of germination, and if that doesn't happen, it's time for plan B. So one added benefit of the sized fabric is that it smells like wet canvas, and so it is a bit of a hallmark to camping season and waking up to that beautiful smell of wet sun forger that I've missed. And these are some seeds that I started on the same day from the same seed source that had soaked overnight, and these were some that were sunk to the bottom. I did plant them pointy side up, as suggested, so mimicked all the other things that I did within the hotbed, but the only difference is that these are in containers and on a heating mat. And so there's soil temperature staying at a nice little 80 degrees. I'm really well pleased to see that we're getting 100% germination. I planted 4 seeds emerged and sprouted. This one is doing really well. It's managed to shuck its seed coat. This one's still working on wiggling free of that hard shell covering, and the 2 below are doing great and look like they're not going to have any issue with their seed coat either. So, this is my plan B. So if we don't get germination from the seeds that I directly sowed in the hotbed, then I'll transplant these out so we can continue the grand gourd growing project.